Alright, somebody share your map on Ajo Edinburgh CITEC TV. So, and say, share o calendar mammy and say, and on the 10th of August 2026 in the year of our Lord. Baby, be will be a Jenajim Rekan home na said the Debia yen on a Juada Ukwada and a Finifiada. Na yebetsan kwankwa enu say ya na chese ye de nsemwa ekoso omayi no na ye ni nyina abro na bibia aye kama e de amaye midin e de Collins na Agyeman afi menua ba ono so e ka me ho co-host e wo dwumadie enso eye obapa Nhyira wono e de ka me ho ma ye de dwumadie e brewo eno ntino ba bibia wo bia no odofo gina Jimre e ka me ho bese don hwiri mienu eda ye ni medie ye de omayi mu nsem ene ensem ahodo social and economic political and of course religious programs and ya blending in na ye de ebrewo eno ntino ahye ne so sa na wo de amame say uko MCR so na chese master control room na eho enye asem kitwa ahaide ye se ema no ye ne wo nyina ehwe abom na chese rita upon uko MCR ho a wono emiemi afidie no fruma na afi so no uko IT head of IT no so na eno so nana kofi afi Amos konyo enso blogger na afi so no osa eka production team ho a obo adwuma yi papa afi menua Nicholas Green Street ono so head of research ono so production team mu a wo nyina ahwe eboa na afi Michael Ofe ono so studio manager Citeg TV ahase pedinfo yi ne wo mo etro wo mo wait behind me say yemfa dwumadi ni nyina emroma yemfa asede also nkoma let's Kwaku Tetteh ono CEO chief executive officer CITEC TV and of course other related institutions and also form this particular group on my first that case Masame Aliasu and so accountant secretary and so CITEC TV and of course Niema akanya na se CITEC Industries ni nyina openi eno so ene hwe ho bibia kama ede emma wo na said ye wonema no da bia meka tra ha na maka say ye se penifo wo mo se sa homa be hunu soro na enenam dua ho saa nti it means obi ahia obi eno nti na ene yete ha no se eno dia na ene odofo me kanfo CITEC TV na ne me de wo mo ama wo se opese wadwuma etumpon a ene die abefo kwan so ene musi AI ne nyina no abefo kwan so enu nti no se wantimi antu adwuma ho anamo ne ammo ho dawru a ene na odofo na kwakwa ye se sebi watobo abo sebi osno na taso no sebi o esa enkoyie sa enu nti no ene me kanfo CITEC TV na me de o ma braye main studio ha se na ne mpanimfo ebetena se na monhwe the kan at the end of the day no memorandum of understanding MOU na nyina atimi akoso ne abo adwuma ho dawro na wo so watimi enya positive result wo sa ene ma no na o hwe ye kira kwan na dia abefo kwan so no the CITEC TV main studio line no betimi ne mpanimfo atwen komo na yetimi ahwe ne bo adwuma ho dawro no eno 0302 965056 0302 965056 o fresh line we ya mpanimfo beje so na ye ne watwen komo na ye ne watena se na bibia so aye kama edi amaye afi yentimi enyi barrister logistics yentimi nyi o mo so aye pemu ne nyina ene se sa adwumakue ade o mo bo ho modern yi papa ne nyina ene se wo mo ehwe amene luxury cars ahodo mpanimfo bi akuku dambi chese wo mo pe no madam no mo dia badwuma so my Ghana no ade a barrister logistics ha sei ena oba eno so ni mpanimfo be sinkonwa na yatena se na chese ye hunu the mode of payment no said ye niema ebesi akọ ye mark papa eno so no ebetimi aboa day to day activities na chese wadwuma ene o my Ghana yetimi move on na ye productivity level ni nyina no etimi akọ esro na abeboa kama wodi eno so eto nche ya barrister logistics and you hear 16 good regions now regional capitals ni nyina no yade a barrister logistics omo anyone na hwibo mu a omo ebetimi amawo prime areas ahodo bi a obetimi ede esi adan ahodo assorti ebetimi aye shopping arcade shopping mall anase one kasa na e bia family residence kama pa na chese weekend after hard days work na oni ebusuam watimi ajojo mo ho ewo mu dia na me kanfo all the 16 regional capitals no bebia no eyade a Barrister Logistics or betimi enya prime area na watimi akwakope asase ne bi ato in fact adea langa sembia anymore de be kofa wo ha obia aba ni nyina ewo ho a eno so betimi aboa ye ma ka papa to no na odofo ye sama spare parts ahodo na ye ka spare parts so dia any all the way from Germany, France, America. Can't think of all these cars ya mo produce no na se production no ekoso e wo respective countries ya ma body ni nyina no genuine ye behwe na ni nyina wonsaka afi ne krakra no na yetimi ama ties pa me che lorry ties a egu ase no said ye betimi aboa ama bibia aye kama ties so aye na ye ni ma gidin de Yokohama, Hankook, America, Goodyear. Can't think of all these ties atimi agidin no ni nyina no oba Barrister Logistics womo edweso no ewo Tantra Hill eguho chapo wobetimi enye bi rims ahodo of all kinds wonsa ebetimi akabi sa edwumakuei ena ene enwumre anase dane da nyina no wotimi ehwe esomas ne ye na yetimi ede dwumadi kasiese yede ebrewo eno te no hyane so sa na fa emame ene sem no de bebre empanifo se ye dane anti asem foforo na chese enye asem papa ndi as nano eko nyina no na ensem ahodo unity na eba ene ade enti no quickly no menu aba Nhyira me co-host ye behwe na ko wakrata de emu nsem natifi na poso ye bobɔ no tew na chese ewia na eno so yetimi agimre na yetimi abobo mu afifi mu awurawura mu na chese wososo no wetimi ahwe aba bibia ye kama ene oba de ya dom na bibia ensin so ye ne resource person for ebe yanko the daily graphic as okuni na nkasa said de bia me kanon was cocoa board flows local bonds targets 16 billion Ghana cedis annually to finance cocoa purchases. A very, very good move. Now, if I yanko a stroke across, so I mean, who gamanche, say, sector minister, and as a greater Accra regional minister, so infoni ena edahwa. You did say one more exchange pleasantry, no, not just any no, it's efa sebi upcoming Homo War Festival, and also betimi aba. Afe ATU wins Southeast TBSC, and no edenimu. I quickly move on to other papers here. Yes, Accra studio as I speak to you now. No, the new crusading guide Krata no so any Sam Jonah takes Nigeria to arbitration over 500 million US dollar Abuja land dispute. Na chese eno enso ewo hwa Krata no anymore. Afi Lance Minister Anders Mutala Muhammad's legacy and also eda and afi DVLA must change by law, not presumption. And also CUTS and as a cat says or more and it is the same way about to jar and I fake krata chrono anymore so say I will make Ashanti MPP election winning party na chese openi idea wa poezi pa se obetimi abua na new patriotic party or so kwa manjuku fast anti-memunu de or more etimi form on to prize on the front page of daily new crusading guide krata no nti utobia obetimi anya full scale of that story na yenko the chronicle krata no was say aye and a down was say which minister took the $1 million bribe and no assembly kosa and a butchered in there no Attorney General promises full probe into AXA energy deal na chese no NNA unity. Afi Kantanka family grateful to support during Apostle Safo's funeral. Womo edina kese but Deputy Finance Minister also infoni edaha was a debt restructuring gains at risk in 2027-2028 IBA. And no ewa quickly let's move on to other papers here. And also yanko the business graphic business. And no the another say dwadi nkwanti and no MTN mobile money float his 38.4 billion Ghana cedis, second only to GCB, BIS or other banks. Okay, and then I say ubia subscribe to MTN or more eba papa. Quickly, no for last one on that particular one. Cause GCTU Pentecost University advanced to Southeast Zone semi-finals. Kudos, not just almost so I papa. Was it has football's so been saved from business pray as a Musando Obi Busan. Quickly, let's move on to other papers. No, not young in the Republic Press. Kratano and Sunye was it don't sign cocoa bill. NPP wants Mahama na no ena sa kokobo na MPP4 enso edi ama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Lance Minister paid tribute to Murtala Muhammad, vows to protect his legacy. And also edaha ena afe Mahama finally spoils Zenator. Ene sa ubia wonemre enti Zenator nemre ena aba. UEW fana ya distance students protest portal something and inking komu papa but you move on, we don't have that much time. The yankomu inking komu we need to fast forward it. Okay, yanko the Supreme Crata, Supreme Newspaper Crata no was a government commence myth for historic 1.1 billion profit and 5,398 revenue. Okay, which I say, and also Eda Kantanka family thanks Ghanaians for support during Apostle Kojosafo's final transition. Then Tesano MTTD Divisional Commander honored by civilian motor ride for exceptional service. Okay, why are there? Tiabo Abaswa Osefata. Apostle Francis Amakwata launches 2 books, and also Ed Dakratan and also Return Ghana Cocoa Board bill for review. Not just say and also minority no Eddie Ababeto Abontino. I feel my mission is to rebuild Ashanti MBP for 2028 victory. Asante man Coca and also can say Coca and they were brain hui. Now future of Ghana is tied to NDC Kofi Bua ena okanisa. Here were other papers ni bia yenkona afi Nhyira enso emremu na they also on the aba. The publisher, where the Ghanaian publisher, sorry, and also some Jonah drags Nigeria to international arbitration over 500 million Abuja land dispute. And no etimi caption no etimi but almost all the papers. Not just a very very important issue. Ato commissions Butler Barracks applaud unique development company na chese and also Edakrata no cocoa bill hurt farmers. MPP warns Mahama pray for Ghana's water bodies lands and also so no edipe bi can I say Archbishop on Galamsey, Archbishop Duncan William MP rally support for Coca and also Ewaha na mamen come last paper na Nhyira and so Nhyira on to us. So the Daily Statesman Krata Anusini Ashanti MPP delegates will honor me Coca and so ena wasade abeto. Asante Hene leads global appeal to support Ghana's new $100 million cancer center. That's very interesting. Mahama Mahama arresting more people over speech than Akufo-Addo. Pegu ena onoso so no can say cocoa board bill has farmers. NPP demands return to parliament. Kantanka family hails Ghanaians support during Apostle Kojosafo's final transition. Many Nhyira into us with the newspaper.
Not yet was so Krata from the National Voice. One of so area to anymore boy cocoa farmers in danger. NPP demand presidential assent of new bill withheld. Wants new law could criminalize farmers. ECOWAS holds 3-day seminar in Ghana to combat anti-competitive practices. Sasso MP praises Asanteman caucus commitment to NPP. Not yet was so Krata for promo. BFT. One so and nay and comma one ede besum Ghana. One must say debt outlook improves, but IMF flags roll over fiscal risk. Not just a host so the a pay 2 of that can say cratay and Nasa and common a sign anymore say bog 6 strong credits, resilient city supporting recovery and also pay 3 and I just say a year book for a day and come so and GRA customs reforms add Ghana 1.5 billion in monthly revenue. Not just say and they and Komasa BFT go one crata so everybody from Ghana any. Now yet also the daily research lights. Yes, the daily searchlights. the Daily Searchlight, Kowa and Kratanemu, and also so was say NPP reject rushed cocoa bill. I calls for presidential withdrawal and key amendment. And no a year NPP, and Kumano, Ekuno, say one so a day to a bainim, and say Baya, one ye be and far at home. Saso and I wish Krata Pron when Moha was a government yet to approve revised KG to primary 6 curriculum education ministry. Not just say almost say visionary shows boys foundation hands over 2 for maize and vegetable farms to Agyeman and Yam Asium education director. And I just say one also Edison Komoy Ebaye. Now yet was so a war crata from say if you hope you dear. Aha said the new center ko wakrata and also so one also at the aboni muhagasia power the government cancels 1,800 projects, delays 2,000 more. Not just a road, schools, hospitals, water, electricity affected. Not just a way, it is a numa a bino holding on. So and our krata who are the receivers of the over $50 million holy rain and no a story be a war page 6 and 7 of the new center go krata anymore. So and a new cocoa bill inimical to farmers and no NPP for income one to editor a buying and no Krata Cronem wants DBLA's late license renewal charges illegal cuts na yet was so a war Krata global the custodia Eko Wakrata and they want to get when you have a want to say another foreign bribery scandal hits NDC. So and our national security protects Kevin Taylor in Ghana and no way a Martin Apebu and now what is our and semi aba abonting. So and Coca or say our best bet for Ashanti NPP chair. Let's say a Fieda Kwabre North MP and now Edisa and Kumwe Aba Abetoho. Yet was so our crata from one. Now the informer Wakrata one so say say politicians not above the law and no Prof Agyeman and Edisa Asemi Ababeto Abontin so and Akrata program say Ghana's democracy under siege. Imani Veep warns of creeping threat not to say and also so and no Sam Jonah drags Nigeria to ICC over $500 million Abuja land fight. And not yet was so a crata from one. The Daily Gist, one also at the Aboni Mwakase, Palmasa Mahama striped mosquito naked in ministerial reshuffle. Not just say, and say, Yura, I will be the Sianensa, intimate Putagana, Funan Mumpuna, and Campese, Wajina, a year presidential against you to be a Yura see a doing Katiana, Yaman Penny, Etaman and no, Sasso and Wakrata and one say NPP reject new cocoa board laws. And Sasso and ex-power minister Pamna Donko fingered in US $1 million bribe deal. Not just say Eja Bitria, a former minister, Sasso and a Kantanka Bushiano, say Kantanka family thanks Ghanaian for supporting during Apostle Kojosafo's funeral. Gold dealer in gold boards cooler over missing Ghana 122 million. Hey, Sikapa ni obondi ya chesa. I said, hey, what from Yan twaswe. Ewa krata afu from sebi obi odia. Na ya twaso ewa publisher. Eko wa enkrata anum. Ebrenunti. Say we na be the last one. Na and also so the publisher for the two anymore. One say Mahama warns than Ekufu Ado on free speech. It's a 1 million chop bribery scandal. Ghana US hunt fugitive after ex-tour boss conviction. Asamna yuhuye new cocoa board law will hunt farmers and also so almost 2 brothers arrested over couple. Not just say any young kasa any who dear mabunu ebitri dear abo room one to me at the 1 pegini pampa if you want some wabren quano yawan ademano. Enti enei ahana breba makwan ame de kowa enkrata na poso na ede ababe somo
Yeah, mama na menua ba Nhyira ase se dane den nyina obomichi dom ma yetimi di dwumadi ebre ono ne kan ho ma yedi ko wakrata no na TV na poso no yede ne nyina bra wo nti menua ba Nhyira kudos se de bia obomichi dom na bibia so eko kama se de yes se de mpanimfo anase production amenya ente nyame eya dom a na bibia ensidi a efri samre ya eko no empanimfo echocho wo mienu ye befro mo ewo ahoma no so ne ye ne wo mo atwetwen komodi odi kan no eye Major retired Derek Odro or a former deputy minister for defense under Akufo-Addo's government and I say Akufo-Addo's administration na papa di emreso ne betwetwen enkomo sa so ene ye bebo era Dr. Jonathan Asante Ochre, or a senior lecturer, University of Cape Coast, afi osan a political analyst, executive secretary of the African Strategic Studies, ho ena pape wonyame eyadoma yene omo ebetwetwe enkomo. Orofo yenko straight to the point, and I'm say emreni ntino latter part of last week and I say over the weekends ena eno ebeto abontin say omampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama waye the first reshuffle chese ka reshuffle ade kanyan say ye beyi bi akọ baabi ye bedane dam obi wakura na ebeyi na firi baabi ebi kura mem kura biem aye se ball no na eno ena ebeto odwa ema enipa no bebre ena samde na wo mo ekasa efa ho just from the record stake ntino nyame eya dom last Friday no reshuffle no mampani ede communique no ebeto abonten no Yera Kenneth Gilbert Ejay Samray wa resign every works and housing for my hona na owo edi entino na chese onkodi sika bia nembom no omampani reshuffle no na eka na say where you know every ho say won kwai na Samray ono enkonkoye minister for defense na eno so aye afi yenua ba Dr. Senator Agyeman Rollins wono de na akwakoye say enipa ne bebre no se na Senator ekura de che say omampani ba ya che enkese ya timi appoint no ne ama no ayi okay efsa no eyade ebe mayenko okay mayenko ahoma no so na yene openi kese entwetwe enkomo metia Dr. Jonathan Asante Ochre we political analyst executive secretary Emma African Strategic Studies and afi we senior lecturer and so at University of Cape Coast doc and then anyway ya mo akwa ba edo ba CITEC TV yedwumadi so o se set the record straight
Agyeman so
doc na pomba ko de
na bre no mabre
where they are kasa arukra we can deduce from your the voice of your you know say what bre na so obi ka ye be ya ne den ejamo an ye damo ntino nwumre ya ba ona se dia doc some bebre na asisi ne edi kan no ye hyase emfi omampani ne first reshuffle eno no enanu fia day over the weekends na ebebeto edwa na chese nipa ne bebre no I say bi ho a ye dane wo mu firi ha na wo kọ ha ebi nso wo kra no an na say yi wo mu efiri ho kra na hwemu a na chese kotofoforo a wo ba nsuo mu pa no de ka hwemu mu ye mienu de edi kan no ye maame Senator Rollins na afenso no majority leader Samray omonso James Agaga ba yen hyase emfri Samray aha doc we are political analyst where the amanyo sem acheyi papa wo hwe emra omampani aye ne reshuffle ya wo fi say right time in awaye
Agyeman da wase mami nchia ahwefo nyina
omoje so
ne ebia wetie for say FM so eka hodia the kan no I say I want to doff my heart out for the president.
Okay.
I criticized him for unduly delaying the appointment or replacement for the defense minister and that of environment. But you see one day and you fear that I respect the president.
That's right.
You see, anybody who respects our value systems as Ghanaians and as Africans, you have to respect that particular person. Look,
certainly.
The very day of year memorial service, and the man, and you part one chance side to woman. The following day, I'm penny day reshuffling listed by it. So that meant to say he was keeping to the 1 year memorial we are Union Kasa as Ghanaians respected.
Okay.
One thing Obia Niamaso, Wabra Afena Yede, Emmaye,
Okay.
Abra Wu. So that in itself was a president who had high respect for our value system.
Okay.
The baby Chemuko, we had a president that was beckoning chiefs to rise. That in itself meant to say, I Salomon Penino, not one day a value system in the and I say he had no regard for our value system. I don't know, Mama, respect him because I criticize him. Say that delay no meant to say, as if you say, you don't have competent people within the NDC to replace those two portfolios. But the man had in mind that you needed to respect the memory of the very people who had lost their lives when you commissioned them to go and do A, B, C, and D. And I think that we need to have that into the years of everybody. Now, let's go to the real issues.
Okay.
Now, after that, you have a situation where Mama Yariga has become the local government chieftaincy and religious affairs. Look, the point ought to be made. The CRC, that is what's it called? A Constitutional Review Commission. Committee. Omode and senior patrol. I'm a buying Ajatu. The number two is saying the MMGCs must be electoral. Now, see, constitutional experts in this country, out of 1, 2, 3, Mama Yariga will be part.
Okay.
So, if you want someone who understands the constitution and will be in a position to ensure, say, the right things are done, you can't bypass it.
Certainly.
Secondly, that issue of electoral rate, it has not been cleared well. Nobody knows how the nature should be. Because, look, central government is just central government. But if the district rural governance as a fact, and I say in Dimwa, it will affect the central government. So you need someone who understands the dynamics. And that's the more reason why the president appointed him.
Okay.
Secondly, when you go to defense, many were those who felt to say, about Penny Renato should be the defense. I checked her background. In Parliament, she is the intelligence and the whatever committee. So,
science and environment.
You have to understand the fact to say she deserves to be the what's it called? She deserves to be the defense minister. Now, in the wisdom of the president, she's given her the environment ministry.
Okay.
Now, that environment ministry, with her science background,
okay,
right? I found out that the doctorate in medical.
That's right.
So that means she can even fit more properly in environment. And there's people were championing for defense, and I know that defense is because of her father. So I felt to say, with that environment, that fits and situates her well in that particular ministry, with the background that she has. So I believe that she'll be able to continue what Dr. Mutala,
that's right,
the late Mutala, tried to do. And that is why I believe she fits so well.
Okay.
Now, if you come to Parliament and Openi James Agaga is now the majority leader, if you know him, I think that the minority will have to sit up. Because, one, he has very he appears to have so many similarities with Ayaga on the issue of slow talking. But when it comes to no-nonsense leader, I think that Mr. Agaga James will create more problems for the minority than what Mr. Ayaga created for them. So I will review that. Osahini, Notilda,
Afenyo market
will have to have a rethink because James Agaga, if they are not careful, will crush them. He is a no-nonsense person.
Yeah.
And that is something that they must bear in mind.
Okay.
Mr. Mahama has had course to sometimes bend so that it doesn't become like the majority is bullying the minority. But when it comes to James Agaga, they should have a rethink. That's my position.
Okay, Doc. Nyame Ensha Nana enka even James Agaga die kra na ye be ne pedigree a nanka ebinu ezusu se ase ye papa Agaga ase wo kasaboko won sheda enye outspoken person sa intino enka wo sahene afenyo market de sabi o na ebinu hu se obetwi afa no so ba pair your narrative no ache se though ye papa James Agaga okasa very slow nenso no obi ka say slow but sure oyade a obetimi aye we pa obetimi amache with that of the minority leader.
Oh, certainly. That's why I think that the minority leader will have to have a rethink and they should have their own different planning. Because James Agaga speaks like Mahama Yaga.
Okay.
Slowly. But he has serious punchlines that they must be ready to accommodate. If they are not, they have a lot of problems to deal with.
Very well. Doc, where the emerenti yamu bonu tete na ja yenya okwan na to adwumedie so. Yenhwe ye maame Zenato Agyeman Rollins. Yenhwe maame ya omeye minister da. Enti obi enka to ejina ba bia na say one school of thought nso betimi akase enkonkoye say obeye square pair in a round hole because he has never actually held any ministerial appointment before.
Well, you see, by virtue of his father and her father and her mother, she might have had practical experience, not theoretical. Theoretically, you have to get the appointment before. So I feel, Sam, the very person that has been appointed as the defense minister is ahead of her because that person was one time deputy defense minister.
Sure.
So it positions him to be the substantive defense minister. No two ways about that. Okay. But you see, so far, Madame Zenato has acquitted herself very well. She's always had a disposition that her constituents have always loved. So there's no way Albert can say, yeah, he doesn't qualify for that particular position.
Okay.
But it is left with the appointor. That is the president to decide, because of A, B, C, and D. So sometimes it could even be a matter of succession plan, or it may not. What it could also mean is that the president wants stability.
Okay.
What I say, he wants stability. To give somebody defense ministry, that person must be very loyal to the president.
Sure.
And this is not to suggest to say, yeah, about opinions in NATO is not loyal to the president. That is not the case.
Exactly. Doc, yeah, that's why.
But there were so many people who were jockeying for that particular position.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
But the president will have to see everything and say, no, this person, that person. And remember, the president cannot know everybody.
Sure.
But you have to take some of his appointees. So I know this, I know that. I can vouch for this, I can vouch for that. That's all that there is to it.
Doc, where the I say yejina ye maame so na ohwe mu a na chese onu nko ane oba ye beka se nipa do mba ye woda omu ba ye hwe ministry ayede ne kono very very sensitive ministry pa no it has something to do with the combating illegal mining aka galamsey. Papa ohwe ye maame a ni pedigree no obetimi aboa ama change bi aba wabra ye nyina yetimi declare illegal mining na say ababe social kanka e pese etu ase.
As long as nothing negative has been said about her, she's on zero, and she will just have to continue the good work that Dr. Mutala the late has started. I think that is all.
Doc, where the wabre nti ye beja ha na yenim se edafo foro be sa to yensa afro even studio ha kra no ye be ma waba na me sha se onso otimi de onimi de e be cheche nse mu kire na me sha yes ye da se pa God bless you. Okay, so let me dika e kan ye no ye ko ahoma so na ye ne opanikasie yi etwetwe enkomo Dr. Jonathan Asante Ochre or a political analyst afi osa a senior lecturer at University of Cape Coast and afi ono akroya so executive secretary Emma African Strategic Studies wono ene ye corner kachi ene no etwe enkomo no regards to racial for say aba na yeje na dwenkyere na onyabokyere enso te se be odwa aboa tetia echeche nipa nan ni nyina no obia se de obetimi akwakoye se de niema aka no enyina soso no ewo ho a eno so ebetimi akwa what so ohwe Citeg TV was set the record straight eno nti na de ho no empanifo no eguso etoto na yensa eka Major Derek Odro ono so no ye de no ebetwetwe nkomo ba ono no de ye na enim sesebe no ye osrani na mo kwa hongie mu na SY administration me New Patriotic Party MPP amanyo ko me na na do dank of former presidents administration you know na oye deputy minister for defense enti yensa kapapa ono so ye ne be more ewo ho na yahwe ba yeguso a ye hwe a ye toto ano se o me yensa ebeka no no ma me nkomi nua ba ho na ye hwe binaba amu akwa baby mai
yeah eja
yo dear doctor nipa nan no ma obia ese de obia pedigree obia ese de obeti aye adwuma ne ada na pacho wutie bi. Let me get your thought on that.
Yo mame enda wase na me so menchiachia eye yetiefo ene yahwefo na menkoso enkanche almost say yedemu live o Facebook wo YouTube no eso Mwadaroma munni ho ayeni ho se mo ama yam feel mo presence not to say the ye know it's like you go from
okay.
But Citeg there and I'm say ye tea other stations will be anchor them I don't know say wo bana opie so say na wa share link no e de amayen say Facebook wo be share yen so wo bra wa bo search button na wa type Citeg TV the embeba energy media aka nyina no na chese wa hwe station surunkun na wa follow na wa share link no enso de ama afoforo esan se Citeg de yekutane ma do so puo na ye de eba besom Ghana sa so na wo YouTube so sa wo de wo subscribe and asa wo type wo search button name Citeg TV ye beba na chese wa subscribe to this beautiful TV station ye yabasa Ghana ye kan ko ne mabunu no sani ya yanim kro no ekwan bedemu ama yen enti no ye wa ha de magana mai Ghana mabunu nyina enti ye pam chow youth ni titu mun share the link na mun subscribe to the YouTube channel na yen koso ema jumedie ene Citeg TV enye krabehwe papa I was just so happy en komo no na woni Yera Derek
doctor
die ne na chese na emu ehwam na media me hu ne say maka no hada say president no before obe appoint obi no I think say he just don't come up to appoint people.
Background checks.
Thank you. And you know, well for me, no mentina hanka say omumu bie ni ho a o deserve ye. Yeah, omunyina they all deserve a year appointment the first president of the land de ama wono. In fact, nititu ene zenato. I mean, I'm in for the women. Say me who say mano, yeah, appointee, almost sana, or more kono, mo prove you self sana, yeah, na dekeke.
Sure.
Emma, ye 3 da ye kon, who say you, maybe a trem 1 year, ye man who did this, ya. Man, so the way I wa, but Diane Sania, ye throw challenge, be edia to reasi a yape slogan, say what a man can do, we too can do and do it better, no? Not just say, baby, ekika kono, nyami muni, it is really growing well for women. And untino, for Nhyira Mahama, bringing Zanato into where he has put in her, no. In fact, Nhyira president, me when I met of Bako Mano, Tete Wapeno, met Bako, Agyeman, the first president of the land, because why are there so much? I won't say, or de a year, Mami Lydia. A year police penny, a bay CITEC penny, but look at Juma Mamene.
Okay.
Even see the man dia. But the way Oma Lydia Aquanyano see the way the woman is proving herself. I watch her say, Emma, indeed we can do it and do it better. And for me, Omo president appoint you nyina. In fact, said the medical can masha the bottle of it wape is we be go adia. That should be a messia a first president of the land, I made a cut of it back what I say. Me de ebamano asha the dodum amokomoko. And in fact, I'm so much happy for Zenato because I wish more and a party NDC abeji din a team. Ama enei emu adidimu abepie Nhyira Mahama ene naban enso a ene wo mu edidimu bie no efri Zenato neja ene ne na ensem. In fact o papa na yi party no epie ye ente say ye nuanom MPP efuei eba NDC de obia onim sania NDC abakosam tie bia no enim say Flight Lieutenant John Jerry Rawlings and the founder of the party NDC. Enunti se nei Nhyira Mahama washe papa ne bra wabre ewom se papa ne ni hobio na anu ya ma me ne so ato anu awrade fo mo kra ensie yie na ohwe adwuma pa wonom papa ayama nei wo mu nyina esomfaso abeso wo mu so bia. Yes, one more bam, they are really proving themselves this time. Now, Wakai, now Wama a years and not to this position, and she is capable. Not just any papaya founder of the party, no, she is capable. Obianim says the NATO is capable. Said you made dear Shunqua papa dear son and say, "Would you yet Ghana how be whom?" She's really going to prove herself. Amma Abina who say, "Wanyam from source or appointee no." So for me, appointees are Nhyira. Appointing you know, they all deserve it. It is a say no. Say wama bako pramane so. E me manu we Zenato hono. Ye hwesania agrono ebeko ediafa.
Very well.
Me that say.
Ye hwesania agrono ekbeko a ebesi ebetie. Eno aka no me say omo ina bebo homoden. Ba Zenato de all eyes are on her.
Oh yes, of me cry my eyes is on her.
Medical aka say oyen. Oda so CITEC TV. Many aba Nhyira na asamble yetutu asem no ko wakrata de bre na portion no he say yetimi abawuram kakra na ye pese ye hwe the nitty gritty of all the topics are ye de eba ye no earlier on no senenso bi o ma me say Dr. Jonathan Asante Ochre, our political analyst and executive secretary, so Emma African Strategic Studies, as a senior lecturer at the University of Cape Coast. No, you know, everything come more regards to some reshuffle and no AC over the weekends, and no, na chese and not asengi 20 years, no, na utuna sre any abasa asre any abasa. Afe yanko ahumano so na yansa aka Major retired Derek Odro. All right. Okay, I'm go so say yensa entimi entomu entini yabehwe say medical kan yensa ekanwa medical akase oyesre ni wakọ ahomgie mu wo de eno so to nchen ya obeye deputy defense minister ewo NPP administration ni nyina no yabehwe na ono so no yetimi ahwe aboa ama said the enema nyina no ebesi akọ na bibia kan afa yanko Richard Kumado or your security analyst Richard Yamajo Eroba CITEC TV also set the record straight you so
but yeah, security consultant. I want to be addressed aside.
Okay, security consultant. Okay, Rich, that's pa. Media where the Obika say latter part of and I say over the weekends, to be precise, no Friday. And I ever talk about thing no there deep face Oman Penny, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And the first time or they are in a reshuffle in his government in any na Ukraine and no ababeye mixed reaction pa nipa ni bebre boss say why there pa say wetimi ISR reshuffle no na uhwemu no a na chese enipa ahodoa yi na can say reshuffle no na say san no ekoye wokọ no ahye badwamu a say de na ye ni na eye majority leader no ene yasesa no ama menua so etimi ako menua wo yehwe wo background na yan talk much more about defense Samre openi no works and housing and yayi no ednico defense wo hwe ni pedigree a Samre yadene ko sa ministry wa a very very sensitive ministry with nim dia no openi yadene ko e wujiri se obetimi abadwuma yi papa ho.
Every ministry is the same thing. Every ministry is important. Ministry of Defense is cabinet ministry. Ministry of Finance is cabinet ministry.
Okay.
Ministry of Lands is cabinet ministry. Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology is cabinet ministry.
Okay.
Ministry of Communication is cabinet ministry. Ministry of Foreign Affairs is cabinet ministry. You can go on and on and on.
Sure.
Until Ministry of Defense here. Cabinet ministry.
Okay.
Say Gilbert J. Wayajuma Minister of Defense before. Between 2015 and 2017, no, yeah, the Deputy Defense Minister. And so with my understanding, yeah, area be on him that.
Okay.
But you're familiar with the place. Except to say, and yeah, the overall boss instead of being the deputy at all time. What we'll need from him, say, one, he should provide leadership. Number two, you should ensure the welfare of the soldiers are taken care of.
Okay.
Then number three, you should work with the colleagues within the National Security Council environment to ensure national security priorities are achieved within timelines.
Very well. Minya, you share with your background, no, you share security issues. Some way, the oho say, Nina, cyber crime ne de ka ho no wo hwe se de eniema esikura with your expertise would you say was going to be the way forward betimi e de combat cyber security?
When the president launched the AI platform now there was supposed to be a law in parliament. There was supposed to be a bill in parliament now. You have an emerging technology bill.
Okay.
Then you also have the revised aspect of the cyber security bill and it's what parliament. Sure. Then there's a third one, you find misinformation and disinformation. And it's what parliament.
Okay.
Your bumper say all these bills will come. So it may be in several ways. Other than that, it can say cyber security, the BNI and the police working together as a group, normal idea over the period.
Okay.
Some of the complex investigations in that regard. It makes us my idea, but there's more to be done. Your cyber space needed to be monitored more.
Okay.
Your cyber vulnerabilities, so said they have to take care of that. But one way of doing it is the tools and the legal regime. The legal regime I was to see needed to be improved. And I'm hoping and praying say new act in every parliament about it to give them more premises to be able to do much for Ghana.
Okay.
But as we speak today, within the triangular circle between the Cyber Security Authority, the police and the BNI, and sometimes the signal bureaus to come. I don't think they have done bad at all.
Sure.
And so whilst we are saying that there's more to be done, Mina.
Okay, Mina, yanko Boku the Obika say Boku conflict in the since time immemorial. Adia ba anojo na no asa ikakra no phone sa na eba. Yan share some yenua yade no air call friends defense ministry. any of course other security apparatus mu nyina mo kan cyber security any idea we feel say different and I say what's something new and obetimi ediaba on board as far as solving this Boku conflict finally is concerned.
Boko conflict has everything to do with tradition. So you are talking about the House of Chiefs, is that not it? Then you are also talking about the ministry to provide oversight responsibility from political point of view.
Sure.
But most of your conflicts are purely traditional. Politics have not been able to resolve it. From law enforcement point of view, a NUSU has not been able to resolve it. Law enforcement for they take care of the public safety challenges in terms of safety breaches and privacy issues and all that.
Okay.
And the best way to resolve it permanently, aside from Boko has become relatively calm, people can go about their normal duties, is to ensure we enforce it.
Okay.
Enforcement means a continuous process, a continuous monitoring, a continuous making sure the statutory rule apply from where the Shantihini left off the last time. And that is what you would do. For ministry and for the minister, apart from providing the platform from government position, helping the House of Chiefs and making sure the law enforcement agencies work together with everybody involved.
Okay.
There's little you can do as a minister because it's about public safety challenges. All those issues are addressed at the National Security Council.
Okay.
And at the National Security Council, you have the military, you have the police, you have all the National Security Council institutions, the DNI representing there. And the boss at the National Security Council is the National Security Coordinator. Then, about prosecutions, it goes to the Attorney General as the #1 prosecutor in this country. Then, Sebani say foreigners are getting involved. Then you want to get your Minister of Foreign Affairs involved.
Okay.
Then you also want to get the House of Chiefs involved and provide that platform for them. And I have always been maintaining, baby, I will free bar, Minister of Defense. The only time the soldiers need Minister of Defense is for political representation.
Okay.
Other than that, everything the soldiers do ends up at the desk of the Chief of Defense Staff. Now, of course, Chief of Defense Staff, Naval Staff Officer, Air Force Staff Officer, and the Army Staff Officer.
Okay.
These are the people who have the Chief of Defense Staff. So what politicians do predominantly is almost creating the platform for deliberations and discussions to be done. Other than that, they are not technocrats and they are not technical officers to provide technical advice in that regard, irrespective of how you are going to look at it. When you take Minister of Communication, the minister is what will he do is to ensure policy reviews are done accordingly, formulate policies, review them, ensure we meet international standards. But it's about the technicalities of the job. Senate National Communication Authority, the Ministry of Communication, NITA, Cyber Security, Signal Bureau, many of those ones. It's the same way with religious affairs and chieftaincy and the tradition itself and the local government. Local government is about the BCs and the MC, create a platform for them to work because some of them work grounds, So this is the way it works generally, broadly,
Yo, Richard, yan toss na yemusa we eja yensa kan say de na ye koso ani ebusebusa ansem we eja Ghana for ebusa bie. Minia yan hwe President His Excellency John Dramani Mahama full 1 year na sebio Ministry of Defense sa ministry no sebi na eda empan do ye won deputy minister no ewo ha o steer the affairs there but the substantive minister na ankasa no afei na papa etimi na president etimi apa obie. But looking at this, the whole 1 good year omapani as far as security issues is concerned no one power bia wetimi agine mu ama 1 year afterwards no afei no wa power minister, the substantive minister, or also encore defense. Do you think that strategy? It was all good strategy for president.
No, there was a minister. Shatu Fasin was the minister. And I Atufosi was the minister. Sometimes I hear from you, my big brothers, journalists and communicators and certain people, they speak and they say there was no minister. There was a minister. Atufosi was the minister. Oko environment, so the minister of lands was the minister providing oversight responsibility. Take a typical issue about the defense. Defense for per se, helicopters and many of those ones. Sad decision, soldiers in the debeba what they need and what they don't need. We are a National Security Council. No more discuss you. We are a cabinet. Time now, at 2 force in the minister, so your cabinet minister. And when it goes to cabinet, it is discussed, then it is approved. Only approve, I mean, we are a budget anymore. Unless it's coming on the certificate of emergency. Say your certificate of emergency, there, a budget anymore. Normal your provisions, then the order is made. Then the only thing left in is you will follow up to make sure it is discovered, it is delivered within timelines. This is the way it works.
Okay.
And no, and I said no. Chief Friday was a Thursday. I took first commission a barracks for the military. Say get back in a war one can. A better get back in a commission that military barracks. That is the way it works, and it doesn't create any vacuum. The number one. When it comes to the national security structure, I am the national security coordinator. NPP will go for Minister of National Security. NDC will go for National Security Coordinator. And a Deputy National Security Coordinator. During the NPP time, normally, law now, there has to be a minister responsible for national security. And President Mahama Baya, Minister of Interior, and now I have law now, BNI has to start from NIB to BNI. The Ogapatapata is the National Security Coordinator. And to me, that is the way it works. And if you bear with me, for 1 year, to forcing provide the oversight responsibility, did we have any problem?
Yeah, I know that. Yes, we actually didn't have any problem. But the point is, they're not president.
Democracy where the president is the authority that appoints everybody. What is the role of a deputy minister? And what is the role of a vice president?
But Rich, the entire
things we need to be asking. Other than that, politicians per se, the military only need them when it comes to political representation. We hear outreach programs. That is why.
Very well, Rich. The entire man Bibusa said there's a clear difference between a substantive minister and a caretaker minister.
I just told you the role they provide. When the defense people, chief of staff, army staff, Naval Air Force, when they need something and it drops on the desk of the CDS, they write a letter to the director at the Ministry of Defense. The director sends the letter to Chief of Staff, Office of the President, administratively. When they are responding, it comes through the same circle. But when it comes to national security and operation in that regard, it goes way beyond the Minister of Defense. Those ones goes to the National Security Council, where the military is one of the many institutions. Who is the boss over there is the National Security Coordinator. Then it goes to cabinet. It is when it's going to cabinet that you need the Minister of Defense because you're a cabinet minister. And the point I was making said, when Atufosi was providing the oversight responsibility, so Atufosi is a cabinet minister. So it takes their issues to cabinet. And I mean, my example of when they want to order the helicopters because of the disaster, the air crash disaster we had. There was nothing like there was a vacuum or something. But as a nation trying to frontierize your democracy and expand it, the questions you need to be asking, why do you have a deputy minister and a vice president when it is the prerogative of the president to appoint everybody today and tomorrow and every day?
All right, Rich. Young court anywhere now. Yamusa way probably a bit me. I last one said once you bet me a course now. Why the over the weekend see Anna on my peninsula and the first reshuffle and also Ebetoja. Let me get your take on the reshuffling. And Mra would say on my peninsula.
Me want to say a reshuffle.
Sound.
Ministry of Defense, any Ministry of
Science and Technology, Environment. Yes.
The president will appoint people. So I don't see it to be a reshuffle. I see it more like a new appointment. Because the president is operating under the 60 ministries. You know? Still our 59. I thought 60. Now, there's a reason why they moved Mahama Yariga to local government. And there was also a reason why they moved the local government officer to Works and Housing. And I see it to be a new appointment for Gilbert, Ayariga, and Zaneto Rawlings. The only minister that has been moved in that regard is the Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs and Local Government.
Very well.
Even if we look at it in straight terms like reshuffle, and then we can say a mini reshuffle because say nipa for pen now.
Okay.
There are other ones in the pipeline.
Very
but
well.
So far for him, I think this is what the president wanted to do.
Okay.
And Agyeman is our space.
Very well. Lastly, where the facha me kakra. Yi uhwe parliament ya. They say new majority leader ye never Papa James Agaga no. Now they not to that of the minority leader Sahene Markin afenyo Markin hwa. Sabi yo obi anim say ase afenyo Markin were a firebrand type of person. James Agaga, yes, and also on the side of it, but ebi no hu say ase we obi a very quiet. Do you think say two of them no obetimi amache and I said James Agaga betimi amache that of the minority leader?
It depends on. I have been in parliament since 2021. I have followed close, I have monitored parliament.
Okay.
My background is the BNI. I have done this job for 30 years.
Okay.
I have monitored, I saw Chebo Somens, I saw Abang, I saw many of those guys over the years from the year 2021 when President Kufuor came down to where we are now.
Okay.
Meaning the advantage you have is when you have the numbers.
Okay. Okay.
And when your chief whip can whip the people. Other than that, sending your parliament is not a street fight.
Okay.
And so what you need is your standing order.
Sure.
And once you have the standing order, you apply by it. And they say parliament is run by committees. Number two, they say what happened in parliament stay in parliament. And so if it is about insult, they also have standing orders that you don't say anything and everything.
Okay.
And if it is about numbers, I think James Agaga has the numbers on his behalf.
Sure.
But by and large, they have to agree and disagree on certain issues because of the formation of the committees in parliament.
Yes.
And I think that is where you need persuasion, that is where you need leadership, and that is where you want to put the state interest above individual partisanship. Other than that, you pure politics. And once you have the numbers at your disposal, you can decide to sleep and get a job done.
Nhyira Rich, God bless you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yako ahomano so any Richard Kumado or your security expert na ye no ekwatwetwe nkomo na ade a watimi aye. Enti ya do aso CITEC TV. Enti menenu aba Nhyira eda so ewo fidie ma akaye mre kakra. Enti no mebo pini no menu aba Nhyira ono onye security expert de. Nanso no mebusa no say so far ya nua Richard ono so edina dwenkyere as far as security issues are concerned. But Mami Musa says straightforward. Omampeni the whole good 1 year. Na yenya substantive defense minister. Na said na openi no e kan we hwe ministry no bia tebe ade a very very key ministry including the defense. Yes, the whole year no ya obi kan ya anti atenkaboni bia de enye den ya certain schematics de ebeba. Samre ya papa yi anasa opani ya na ono on de ohwa dansie ne de eka kase de na koto yi we did sestela ye benya ye tie de dim just security wise no ne ma betimi akọ wonye security expert but let me get your thought on that na fe yemfe edwumadi
mate don kole wa me san en na wase ebiem en na me kan no ahyase ne say o say your president no onim nia oye say it took him a whole year.
Okay.
And Sana
or arrived at that particular conclusion.
Within that year, no, not or underground checkups. cause pese sebe obeba abetoto ayampia bi akere Ghana for biom enti no na oto ne boase within America kana me nim de mu chem say he was doing underground background checks about these people and den a woni wonom a woni omo etna se adwene omayi ho no ebehia discuss all these things before we bring into the public. So Sanya wo kan in fact don't call it said Mr. Richard kan ministry ni nyina ho hia o ebie ni ho hia che ebie it's all very 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 important for the country, you know, when it comes to but the defense way na said ye kan nyame adom in fact na mrebi atwam na yewura kompreko can na yibi se bra woni anas enya wono ma you know say who watches the watchman wom say onyankopon na wen kuro no say ye ka say ye ka paade a ye nyame na wen kuro no nenso no wo ba no nipa famu a wa ma nipa nyansa ne nimde say yeso yemfa enkrakra ye ho enti no well for me no even though for a year na defense ministry no mu da ho but said Mr. Richard acheche mu acheche in fact waka asem ni nyina enti no kakra na meso me de beka ho no say indeed the na wo hwe chire no obi beka say caretaker no.
Okay.
I mean, he did a great job. And now can say yanti asamboni bi anyaminti. And me who say it's all ninyina it is very good.
That's right.
For the country.
Okay.
Nyamini edanase for our peace. Say yanti atenka exactly. Say bibia edana kwemu kama.
Alright ba miniaba Nhyira na ono so te ne nka no wono so aba cheche ni position ewo ho we can say in the national no nyina no se bi antimi enya bleach e bi antimi apart from bokudie ya na no we can no mpo de ade ana ewo system no edada nanka ye hwe kwan se ye ne ye papa Derek Oduro ono sorry Major retired Derek Oduro na ke ne betwin komo na so we can to da homa no be boso na akwakwa esie yesu was boso akaskala na che se brechi kakra bia webo but we promise you not all this we standing we promise you say our next encounter no ye behwe na ye donate me ene no atwetwen komo na onso atimi etie being a security person you know ono so e de adwenkyere e wo sa ekwan no so e de aba entino momfa enchen enne kasamre ne be call set the record straight but I think say we are experiencing a little technical challenge in momfa all our cherished viewers we know say enka this is the time we must be fire pan and so no nyine mo no momfa but all this notwithstanding you can keep on sending your messages and it will read live here on WhatsApp social media handles what have you bibia no ti say obetime anywhere you know ababa shane so ema me say Citizen Ghana edwumako a wo so ehwe eboa ne fa ehwe agriculture so no me na na kan yo say agriculture no wo mo enso behwe aboa ama watimi enya be facility ama watimi enya loans bia obetimi ede aye wumfu ne woni ema hodo na timi aboa enti no say opewe mu enchiremu a na pese wadwuma so a wo ye no akwankwa ye say wamu na so na sa atisumu a who cares obi empo nhwenim na ye wa ba be ye no mobo enu nti bra na wadwuma no wa hyase no being entrepreneur no ye timi enhwe mbo daru emanti a number obetimi afre Citeg na penifo na ne wo atwe enkomo eniwe wo fra eba studio penifo no ho direct enkoba bia eno 0302 965056 0302 965056 ofra wadwuma ho yebebo ho daru bibia opese ye ma opese ye mra wona so for interview bibia no yebeba na chese bibia aye kama CITEC TV will come to stay don't know fa ho eboye na bibia so enye kama emfa mesara enso ena adwumako a omo so etimi esomase da bia hweboa me ye dwumadie barrister logistics na wo mo de na chese ifo no wasi numero na wo mo dem ba kokra ni nyina ene se opeka papa luxury car na wato na watimi e de abɔ adwuma asom ho asom adwuma asom man na kyerɛ look no further na de ansɛ obɛhwɛ na wafrɛ number yi ebɛkɔ barrister logistics mpanimfoɔ no direct na ne wɔn entena se na entiaseɛ enye adwuma more especially the mode of payment and na yɛde car no ama wɔn no nti wetimi afrɛ wɔn nso ɛwɔ ɛmɛ so 0208 252347 0208252347 ofra penifo beje so na ne omedi ehyiamu ombetimi ahwe aboa wode eno so to nchen ya car tires papa no ne ewo edwasuo a eno so no doso puo pa egu ho oba obetimi enya bitrotro for pragiafo can't think of the V8 and the can't think of all the luxury cars ni nyina no ye wo rim papa ewo ho tires so Yokohama Hankook ene de ekeka ho nyina ni nyina ewo ho sa makwei ena ehwe eso ya sene ema yede ene dwumadie ne nyina no yede ebre wo eniti mayemfa aseda so edi ho enko ema Alex Kwaku Tetteh ono chief executive officer ema CITEC TV afi barrister logistics ono na ye kwantrefo Vadak eno so okọ ho so a osan di dwumadie protocol officer ene kura ya sa pagya ne mu ewo ho a opani osom ne man ewo sa ekwan no eso mayemfa aseda kese enso ema no said that the now also tie chi ema etimi edeba yes sorry ensu de ene na yebehwe na eno so ya dampening for asemi akasa mi co-host oba penshra said me de bia me frɛ no oba adwuma pa utim so tamechi a utim se pampe pa oba adwuma oba penshra na me sha wate say obua me afi ma me call master control room na de ma no nya grow say after Beijing conference no so ne yenya boot for boot and also so no ma me call na Rita upon ono so e badwuma and say ne 79 so any lady with the golden touch na chese finger what the CC so papa na eko afi so no ye IT head of IT samra chese sa session dey misro omo no they can make and unmake you. Ai openi enso ya ade pa na kofi ono so e ya ade eyi be papa afi abrante me pena sem keke me hwe kra se Dubai anya boni bi ansi a me de be ko ho me de be ko kakra na che se menua emos konyo bodwuma pa utim se production no waka menua Nicholas ho a ono ye head of research afi production no okan ho no obonichi domo anya sem keto akra every vital information bia no wo mo etimi pia ema me menua bencha ne so etimi ede ebro mayefa aseda enkoma afi Michael Ofe ono so studio ha se ha be fe se ha be de nyina no opani ena so eda na bem na bibia aye kama me din Ade Collins nana Agyeman baby utimi frame don calling to so ameje so kama na ye koye ni onyankopon e adom Kristo ama na yetenkwa mu dia Wednesday yebesan aba behia mu biom na yede another episode of Set the Record Straight e de abro me da se se da ne da nyina utimi je na Agyemre e kan ho bye bye